Abusua ye mama kwa basoro nkoso de bagana politics avenue so abusua mama yenko ye nsemu. Abusua aha ye Ghana politics avenue so ye de nsema ekoso ewo political headlines so ne de brem den de ase ne awoso benya bi etie. Abusua eye former eye vice president aye friend Mahmoud Bawumia ne Frm.Aide eye aide onene nam ono so oye adwuma ma eye Bawumia aba expose eye Bawumia big time any MPP aban no abusua nsɛm na ɔbɛkan nsɛm a ɔbɛkan ne sɛ ɛyɛ MPP aban ne Bawumia ɛyɛ adwuma na ɔmoyɛ ɛwɔ ɛyɛ MPP aban mu no ɛnya deɛ ɛboa ɛbɛboa yɛ government na sɛ ɛbɛboa yɛ Ghana for ɛno nti no wɔagya adwuma na sɛ wɔagya MPP akyidi abɛdi ɛyɛ NDC akyi because ɔhwɛ ɛyɛ Bawumia a nyansa ne ɛyɛ adwene ɛda ɔmo tirim no ɛnya deɛ ɛbɛtumi aboa ɛyɛ Ghana man ɛne ɔno nso nti no ogya ɔmo akyi de abɛdi ɛyɛ NDC akyi ba yɛbisa no a ɛyɛ asɛm baako pɛ ɛna ɛyɛ ɔka ɔse rescue the soul of the nation ɛno yɛ asɛm baako ɔka because of sɛ ɛyɛ Bawumia deɛ ɛnya deɛ obɛtumi adi president anaasɛ yɛde president ne hyɛ ne nsa a ɛnya deɛ a obɛtumi adi ɛno nti na wɔagya n'akyi die anaasɛ wabɛ expose ne sɛ MPP aban ne deɛ ɛnyɛ party pa nti obiara ɛde follow ɛyɛ NDC abusua mu miɛnkɔ nkɔ tiɛnsiɛm a ɛyɛ black rasta ɛyɛ de ɛka fa ɛyɛ expose a ɛyɛ former ɛyɛ vice president ɛyɛ ne aide no expose no ɛne MPP aban no ɛne nsɛm bi a ɛyɛ Salam Mustafa ɛde tu dwa yɛba yɛde aka bɛto am so.
She's turning every ear in her direction. And yes, she's pretty, but it's not about her beauty. Yes, she has eyes that are prying, but it's not about her prying eyes. It's not about her agility. It is about something else. Hey, in 2024, John Dramani Mahama, after he won the elections, decided to make her a senior presidential aide. And that's what you see here. Mahama appoints Bawumia's former PA, Frm.Aide, as senior presidential staffer. And many were shocked. That's it, all over the internet. And everyone is like, this is your opponent's aide, special aide. How come this person has also become your aide? What is Mahama really doing? But it looks like the secret is out now. The cat has been let out of the bag. What exactly happened? But this lady here called Frm.Aide, who is she? Are you hearing about her the first time? Or have you heard about her before? What is truly her identity? Come here. Run the dossier and watch this. Frm.Aide, widely recognized in Ghanaian political and social circles as people's mother, is a prominent Ghanaian political activist, government official, and corporate executive. She rose to national prominence through her leadership in youth politics and her highly publicized transition between Ghana's two major political parties. She serves as a senior presidential staffer under JDM. She pursued her higher education at the University of Aberdeen in the United Kingdom, where she completed a master's degree. Her early adult life and academic motivations were heavily driven by a stated passion for women's empowerment and community work. Following the victory of John Dramani Mahama in the December 2024 presidential election, she was appointed as a senior presidential staffer, presidential aide. Yes, she works from the Jubilee House within the Office of the Government Communications, collaborating directly under Minister Felix Kwakye Ofosu. Outside of her government and state duties, she is an entrepreneur and corporate executive. She serves as the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Shôckêd Global, a diversified business brand that deals in retail clothing, commercial car wash operations, and the distribution of drinks and other consumer goods. This is the woman we are talking about. She initially established a political career with the ruling NPP, eventually rising to the high-profile position of National TESCON Communicator as tertiary students confederacy. Following her success with student mobilization, she served as a close political aide to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Did you see the word? Close political aide to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia during his tenure as vice president and NPP flag bearer. In late 2024, just days before the general elections, she resigned from Dr. Bawumia's camp, defected to the opposition National Democratic Congress, and openly criticized the NPP leadership. So this was before the elections. The elections made the people in the NPP believe the NPP was going to win because they were in the incumbency. She left them and decided to do what she did. Frm.Aide has gone viral due to her recent public declarations defending her political defection and clarifying her position as a senior presidential staffer under the NDC administration. Now, the main drivers behind his recent viral wave across Ghanaian social media and news outlets like 1957 News include: 1. Rescue the soul of the country comments. That was what she said. And what exactly did she say? I am NDC now, and I will stay with the umbrella until I die. And she also said that she is moving out of the NPP basically to rescue the soul of the nation. 2, she had a backlash over her top-tier appointment. Her recent remarks, her remarks triggered a wave of viral commentary regarding her rapid climb within the Jubilee House. Grassroots political commentators and foot soldiers from both sides have taken to TikTok and Facebook to debate how she transitioned from being an aide as receptionist for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to a powerful senior presidential staffer in less than a year. Critics are using the viral clips to debate whether cross-party defections are often driven by genuine principles or strategic political rewards. Claims of never expecting an office, adding to the viral discussion of being publicly claimed that when she crossed over to the NDC, they were in opposition and she never expected to receive any appointment or government role from JDM. Now, the assertion that she did not anticipate a reward has drawn deep skepticism from political opponents, keeping her view interviews at the top of the local digital space. Frm.Aide. Now, the public reactions to Obing's statements and top-tier appointment have been highly polarized, intense, and divided strictly along partisan lines across Ghanaian media platforms. Rather than unifying people, her viral interviews have reignited fierce debates regarding loyalty, political opportunism, and grassroots reward systems. Hey, now she had a big backlash. Charges of betrayal and ingratitude. Supporters and commentators of the NPP have heavily criticized her, frequently labeling her as a betrayer or a bad nut. Oh yes, bad nut. Critics on Modern Ghana also point out a severe contradiction in her behavior. They highlight that she previously dedicated her master's degree to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, thanking him publicly for sponsoring her education. Opportunism claims her sudden shift to criticizing his leadership on networks like GH1 TV is viewed by the NPP base as a calculated move to secure a comfortable position in the new administration rather than a principled stand. Oh yes. And then the NDC leadership is also saying that this is a risky venture. Yes. Defenders argue that defecting from a camp of a sitting vice president right before a crucial election was an incredibly dangerous, risky venture that required immense personal courage. Supporters on media outlets assert that the inner sanctum secrets she holds about the NPP's machinery make her an invaluable asset to the Mahama administration. They believe her top tier defection and comments might necessarily have benefited the NDC in one way or the other. Surprisingly, her appointment has also caused a significant friction within her new party, the NDC. The grassroots are not happy. They think that she has risen too fast. Oh yes, is it loyalty versus reward? The core grievance is that party loyalists who work tirelessly in the trenches during the 2024 campaign are being overlooked, while a prominent former NPP coordinator is given immediate, high-paying elite employment inside the Jubilee House. They view it as slapping the base. An appointment in the government communications office is entirely justified by her bravery and strategic work. Dash it away. This is Frm.Aide. She was part of TESCON. From the grassroots, she was an NPP member. She was with Bawumia. She knew how Bawumia's bedroom looked like. Sometimes she even served food to Bawumia. She got so close to Bawumia. She was even nicknamed the people's mother. She loved to feed people at events. My brother, my sister. Then all of a sudden, before a crucial election that Bawumia believed he was going to win because he was a sitting vice president, this lady decided to ditch him. To his shock, she knew too much about Bawumia, too much about the NPP, and she took everything to the NDC. Her reason is simple: to rescue the soul of the nation. How far has she rescued the soul of the nation? Is it an event, or she is still in the offing of this very important rescue mission? What informed the nitty-gritties of this movement from one point to the other? What does she mean by rescuing the soul of the nation? My brother, my sister, the NPP is not quiet. SM, aka Salam Mustafa, the very careless Mahmoud Bawumia spokesperson, who should never have been part of that team because of his careless utterances with little common sense. My brother, my sister, has spoken. Now this guy here, if we all remember, during the elections, he told the whole Ghana, should Mahama win, he would do something to himself. The coward never did anything to himself. Recently, he told us that they would weaponize their fan base, the youth, against the nation should the NDC or the government continue arresting their members, even for the wrong. Such people, and these are the communicators, such people. He has never been chastised by Bawumia, who himself doesn't know his left from his right. No wonder people are leaving him. They are not serious people. They are only in there for power. That's why I don't like Bawumia. He will continue to harbor pests like this, and he expects to be president. Come here. My brother, my sister, this is Salam Mustafa, aka SM, as you can see on his hat. What did he say about Frm.Aide? In almost an hour of Facebook Live, he spoke, but we have edited it to just a few minutes. Watch this.
This is to set the record straight. No malice intended. In fact, I must say that it is taking something out of me to do this for one simple reason. Over the period, I have developed a certain principle of not going after a woman. out of deference, respect. And it is so because politics is so rancorous and acrimonious that it doesn't attract women. Therefore, as somebody who would want to see young females also come into politics, I decided that I will not, be hard on females, women in general. And even in my private life, I have some preference as far as how I deal with issues, concerning women. But this one has to be done. This one has to be done. Wherever Rosemond is, please come forward. Please, wherever you are, come. You need to hear this. Or whoever would hear this, let it get to her. And the entire NDC establishment who bought hook, line, and sinker the lie she came and told you, and you took it and ran with it, all of you should also come and take this. Rosemond, you have gotten away with murder for too long. You've gotten away with murder for too long. But today the ghost is out. The ghost is out today. If you have heard our elders say, we should let sleeping dogs lie. You should have allowed sleeping dogs to lie. And I hope that from today onwards, you will respect this saying and abide by. I know the story very, very well because I am part of it. That is why it is incumbent for me to share this particular story and how you have been absolutely ungrateful to a man that was there for you. And it should be probably a disincentive to other young ladies and young people in general not to follow suit. That you never do that to anyone. So let's start with this Rosemond story. I have known Rosemond to be a party girl for some time. I have worked with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for a very long time. And in 2017, when he became vice president, he offered me opportunity to work with him. So I worked with him the very first day he was working in his office as vice president. We went together and we worked. After some time, I, as a party person, decided that I was going to do party work again. So I decided to contest for National Youth Organizer and come well into party fold and do party work again. I contested in 2022 and won and became National Youth Organizer. But at the time, we had already started the DMB project for president. So I was deeply involved. And when I became National Youth Organizer, DMB, then as he was the sitting vice president, asked that I handle the youth front of his campaign. But because I was a national officer, I couldn't be in the front of it. So we had to find a way to work it out. So a team was put together, led by my brother Manaf and Manaf Ibrahim and Richard Jemfi. One evening, I got a text message from DMB to see him at 5. So I rushed to his office at the Jubilee and went into his secretariat and asked the executive secretary, Madam Lisbeth Utuka, to inform the boss that I was around. She did, and he told me to wait. So I went into the inner chamber of his waiting area to wait for him to call upon me. When I got to the sitting area, Rosemond was sitting there. We exchanged pleasantries and spoke lightly, and he called for Rosemond to come in. Rosemond went into the office, had a discussion with DMB, and came out. Then the boss called me and I went into his office. The first question he asked me was, "Do you know Rosemond?" And I responded to him, "Yes, sir, I know Rosemond." Then he asked me, how do you know Rosemond? And I told him that, oh, I know Rosemond to be a party person, and that she has been Deputy National TESCOM Coordinator under my predecessor, Nana B, and has been in party service. So I know her, and I think that she also, you know, works around for John Boydu or so. Then he said, okay, that she wants to help with the campaign. She has reached out that she wants to help with the campaign. So he wants to find out from me if I could work with Rosemond within the youth campaign. And I said, okay, sir. Whatever you say, we work with it. I thanked him after our conversation, and I came out and I informed the guys, both Manaf and Richard, that this was what the boss said, that we add Rosemond to the youth campaign. At the point, we were working on data and also their movement plan. So when it was time for them to move, Rosemond was added to the field work for them to go out and get and prosecute the campaign. They go out. After 2 regions, I get report that there were simmering tensions with Rosemond. After the 4th region, the complaints had gotten so worse that even some youth organizers were giving me feedback. So I came back to the boss and told the boss that I think there's a problem on the field. Rosemond is not gelling well with the team. Then he asked what we should do, and I advised that she's recalled. So DMB picked his phone and asked that Rosemond returns to Accra. I'm sure she doesn't know why she left the field. It's today that she might be getting to know why she left the field. She was recalled to Accra, so she had to fly and return. And the rest of the work was done successfully without any hitches again. When she got to Accra, she was assigned a role at the campaign office. And this is important. She never worked as a presidential aide. She never worked at the Jubilee House. She was assigned a role at the campaign office. After a few months, I started getting complaints from the campaign office as well, that there were problems there. Then I get a call to come before DMB.
When I am Sama and I think Chichimo Black Rasta edituja efa a Bawumia betray Bawumia the first aid I betray no and in same be so a account. Abusia so subscribe and not subscribe, no one share, no one hate our notification bell so am I same by political headlines so I need to be am I doom. Abusia and 7 be brave Eddie Chireba, it's no train Eddie be as also Eddie Bebrum.